Good evening, everyone. Wow, what a crowd we have today. I am Madison Hartup, Academic Advising Manager in the Undergraduate Office of the Economics Department. So on behalf of the department, I want to thank you all for coming to our graduation celebration. It's so wonderful to see so many students and loved ones here. Before we begin our ceremony, let me remind you to silence your cell phones and be courteous to those around you by refraining from talking during the ceremony. Now please welcome our faculty. Hello again. So now I would like to introduce Professor Kenneth Hendricks, the chair of the Economics Department. Professor Hendricks joined the department in 2010 and has been the department chair since 2025. He received his undergraduate degree from the University of British Columbia, Vancouver, BC, Canada, and his PhD from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Here in the Economics Department, he holds the Lauritz R. Christensen Distinguished Chair. Please join me in welcoming Professor Hendricks.
Thank you, Madison. Good evening and welcome to the 2026 UW-Madison Department of Economics commencement. We love being able to celebrate our commencement here at the historic Monona Terrace, despite its shape that it's in today. But I hope you'll enjoy it as well. And I want to thank you all for coming to our ceremony and sharing this pivotal moment in the lives of our graduates of 2026. As Madison said, my name is Ken Hendricks, and I'm the chair of the Economics Department. And I'm going to be joined on this stage by our keynote commencement speaker, Troy Barnett. He's going to be sitting beside me there. Our student speaker, Lily Hammacher, and she's sitting beside Troy. And some of your amazing and favorite instructors and mentors, that's all the rest of them. So I'm the host today, and my job is to keep the show rolling. So let's be clear about the schedule. We're going to hear a couple of speeches. We're going to hand out a few degrees, and then head for the bar and the party. And with some luck, this ceremony will only last a few hours. So those of you who are well trained in economics are no doubt wondering, why don't we just assume the end and go straight to the party? But patience, we will get there, and please enjoy the process. To all the graduates here, let me congratulate you on choosing economics as your field of study and for surviving the program. Economics is a challenging discipline to master. But the rewards are huge, as many of you have already discovered. You know, the demand for undergraduate and graduate degrees in economics remains strong and diverse. Universities, research institutes, government agencies, firms, private sector firms in financial, high-tech, consulting, and many other markets around the world value highly the training that our students are receiving in analytical thinking, quantitative methods, and data analytics. And as the data show, these skills do generate great job prospects and earning potential. But economics does a lot more than give you a career. It also provides you with a way of thinking. Put differently, the benefit of training as an economist is not necessarily to learn what decisions to make, but rather how to make good decisions, both for yourself and for society. You all have the tools to understand and participate in some of the great debates of our times, such as the trade-offs between growth and inequality, the gains and losses from tariffs and trade agreements. Not too many right now. But anyway, the design of effective regulatory, antitrust, and social policies, and how best to preserve and protect our environment. I want all of you, as you leave this place, to be engaged and get involved on those issues. And finally, I should say that as a parent myself, I know that your parents, many of whom are here today, are extremely proud of you and what you have accomplished. And they too are very grateful for your choice of studies and your hard work. It's now time for me to introduce our commencement speaker, Troy Barnett. Some time ago, probably longer than he cares to think about, Troy was sitting where many of you are today, at a UW-Madison commencement, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Economics. In those days, of course, the economics department didn't have its own commencement. We didn't have that many students. Now, of course, we're the biggest major in L&S, now that computer science has left our... Troy used his economics degree and subsequently an MBA from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business to launch a very successful career in private equity. He was a senior associate at Northwestern Mutual Capital, where he was responsible for private equity investments. But 3 years later, he joined the Chicago-based Adams Street Partners, became one of the most respected global private markets investment managers in the industry. They manage about $65 billion in assets for hundreds of institutional investors. My daughter, who's also in private equity, tells me that's a mid-sized firm. Troy is a partner and actively participates in all fund investment decisions at Adams Street. His main area of responsibility is secondary investments. And Adams Street was just named the Secondary Investor of the Year in the 2025 Real Deals Private Equity Awards. So I can't help but say, yes, Troy is obviously the real deal. But like so many of our graduates, Troy wanted to give back to the department that helped him build his career. So he joined our advisory board. And this board is one of the great assets of our department. It was founded in 2007 with about 15 members. That was my recollection. Of course, I only got there in 2010, so it was about that. But that number has grown over the years, and it's now 35. And that board funds our Career Development Office, which is dedicated to help our majors learn about opportunities in economics and how to take advantage of them. The board also helps fund undergraduate scholarships and graduate fellowships. And they help also raise endowment funds that allow the department to retain and recruit outstanding faculty. This board is largely because of this board's efforts that our department can give our students an exceptional education, and why our department is ranked one of the top 15 economics departments in the world, public or private. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure that I introduce to you a true friend of the department. And what he doesn't know, he's rumored to be the next chair of the board. Troy Barnett.
Thanks, Ken. That was such a warm introduction, probably not worthy, but I'm grateful. I just want to say thank you to the faculty and staff for having me today, as well as the graduates and their families, especially Chris Tabor, Ken Hendrickson, and incoming Chair Rule. Thank you so much for having me. You know, that was a great introduction, but I would like to add that I'm a proud son of Wausau, Wisconsin as well. And yes, and a lifelong Badger and Packer fan. Something that people in Chicago give me plenty of feedback on. So when Chris asked me to give this speech, I was definitely honored. But I must admit, I didn't think I was worthy of such an honor. But then I leaned on my training in economics, and I remembered that it is known as the dismal science. So I'm probably your perfect speaker for today. I'll keep it short and sweet. I only have 2 messages for you today. The first message is you've earned it. It's hard. You've done the hard work. Congratulations. You've shown the commitment and resolve to do something really, really hard. You know, and you'll be able to use your degree in many different walks of life. So whether it's an undergrad degree, a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD, you'll be able to apply that in business, finance, government, policy making, academia. You're also joining one of the strongest alumni bases in the world. And I'd like to think the strongest alumni base in the world. So congratulations for doing all the hard work. My second message for you today, unfortunately, for all your efforts and hard work, you get more hard work. But don't mistake that for not being a privilege. It is. I think you'll be faced with challenges and obstacles. And my challenge to you today is look at those things as opportunities. It's hard to do so at the time, but after a lot of experience, you'll be able to look back and say, you know, those things molded me. So you'll be investing in yourself, the people around you, and I challenge you to go into the market and show everyone what an econ grad from Wisconsin's all about. Thank you. You know, when I was graduating from Wisconsin in my last semester, I decided to pivot to a career in finance from an intended career in government and diplomacy. And probably not the smartest choice right as I was graduating, because I hadn't taken all the requisite classes to succeed in finance. So, as you can imagine, I did not land a job after school right away. I spent that next year working at night so I could do unpaid internships. I also spent a lot of time working on the academic studies that I needed to fill in the gaps. And I traveled around the US in my car, meeting with firms, anybody who would meet with me. Spent a few nights in that car, actually, I might add. So while at the time I did not see those challenges as opportunities, as I'm telling you to do so today, but looking back, I will say that when I landed that first job with William Blair and Company in Chicago, I was so proud of all the obstacles that I had overcome. And so I would like the same for you. I want your future self to look back and be proud of all the work that you're going to do for earning it. So thank you for having me today, and on Wisconsin.
Thank you very much, Troy, for that memorable message. For those of you who want to meet Troy, he'll be joining us after the commencement, and he'll be available to answer any questions you might have, including free investment advice. I would now like to introduce our student speaker, Lily Hamacher. Lily is a double major, earning a Bachelor of Science in Math and in Economics Honors with Math emphasis. And she also has certificates in entrepreneurship and business. Lily is a current president of the Women in Economics, a student economics organization I think it was started in 2014. I remember because I was chair at the time. For the past 3 years, she has also competed for UW-Madison in the Wisconsin Federal Reserve Challenge. Members of this economic student organization travel to Chicago to compete against other universities. And the teams play the role of monetary policymakers by analyzing economic conditions and recommending a course for monetary policy. After graduation, she will be moving to New York City to join ClearBridge Compensation Group, a boutique consulting firm, and she'll be an analyst there. I'm very proud to give you Lily Hamacher.
Thank you, Dr. Hendricks, for that introduction. Good afternoon, family, friends, and faculty. Thank you all for being here to recognize and support the 2026 class of economics undergraduate, master's, and PhD students. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations on this momentous achievement. As you look back on the journey that has led you here today, I urge you to take a moment to thank the people that helped make it possible. Getting here wasn't free, and I don't just mean paying tuition. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Since we're all economics students here, there's one thing I can say for certain about you. Over your years in the economics department here, you've heard that phrase no less than 100 times. So why am I up here saying it again? Stick with me. If you're anything like me, this has instilled in you a painfully astute awareness of the notion of opportunity cost. Infamously inescapable, it is what we give up by pursuing another option. Typically, the opportunity cost counts as a tally against doing something. If I don't choose one, all my options are still open, but once I do choose, I have to pay the cost of forgoing the other opportunities. Well, I hope to convince you that the opportunity cost you face right now is exactly why you should take the risk. At this stage in our lives, with a degree still hot off the press, we benefit from a unique, asymmetrical opportunity cost. The cost of swinging and missing is incredibly low. We're young, we recover quickly. The paths our lives can take is still wide open, and we can always change direction. On the other hand, the cost of not swinging at all is much higher. Doors don't stay open forever, and eventually they will close, but not necessarily because we chose to close them. As we get older, this asymmetrical opportunity cost flips. Failure will carry a heavier price tag, and inaction can be masked by 20 years of momentum pushing us forward. This is scary, knowing that we're operating in a limited window. I'll admit it took me a while to see it this way. After banging my head against the wall, trying to recreate the solution to a real analysis problem to no avail, I turned to the tried and true method for consoling myself, complaining to my best friend over the phone. This friend, who was in the midst of her own academic struggles, told me something that I still think about to this day. She said, "How lucky are we to struggle in the pursuit of a goal of our own choosing?" I thought to myself, I hadn't thought to feel fortunate for my frustration before. See, throughout human history, struggle has largely been involuntary, surviving wars and famine and disaster. Don't get me wrong, a lot of struggles still are. But that makes choosing what you want to struggle for the privilege that it is. That doesn't mean it isn't hard and frustrating and tiring sometimes. If you thought I hadn't cried over a math problem before, well, you would be wrong. But I feel lucky to be crying about a math problem rather than almost anything else. I think sometimes we just need to be reminded of that, whatever this math problem might mean for you. We know that logically it makes sense to act now, when the cost of failure is low. But choosing what to fail or succeed in is equally important, and a choice many don't get to make before it's too late, or even at all. We're lucky that we get to choose, and for better or worse, we get to choose now. Because the opportunity cost of not choosing isn't just a missed career or experience, it's the privilege itself of authoring our own struggle that gets surrendered. You can bet before even getting started that the path ahead for each of us will involve struggle. It's as certain as death and taxes. And so, my wish for us is not that this path be devoid of struggle, but that we may struggle in pursuits of our own choosing. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Lily, for your thoughtful advice and reflections. We're, despite all the struggles that almost all of you have gone through studying economics, we're proud of the accomplishments that you've had and are excited to come to the part of the program known as the Graduate Walk, where we will recognize each of you individually. Thank you to Tatiana Sanchez-Mora, Yuyo, Erica Henderson, Mariam Al-Jarudi, and Yu-On Gao. They'll be, Madison Mahartup too, for announcing the names to here tonight. And if you know how international our student body is, you'll recognize that's no small challenge. I understand they've been practicing all week. Audience, this is the time for you to be loud and boisterous. We're not one of those places, that asks you to hold your applause until every name has been read. Please shower your graduates as they come up with cheers and whistles and applause as they are announced individually and strut across the stage. And we'll begin with the PhDs. The doctoral degree is the ultimate academic honor that a university can bestow. And those earning the doctorate have gone from being our students to our colleagues. And we welcome you to the Academy. Will the candidates for the PhD, which I think are all over there, please rise and walk to the stage as your name is announced for hooding by the faculty.
Jack Collison. Fang Yuan. Andrea Franco Hernandez. Arsini Stolilo. Chen Zhuoli. Michelle Valdez Bobis. Giselle Labrador Padilla. Anya Taraskina. Alexander Harden von Captain. Michael Nattinger. Sarah Bass. Hannah Han. Catherine Kwok. Daniel Gold. Angela Jiang. Hugh Kyung Lim. Feng Zhiyang. Claire Kim. Andrew Smith. Anna Lukianova.
No more PhD? Okay, let's please join me in a last round of applause for our new PhDs. Woo, woo. So now we move to the masters students. I think they're lining up already. So we'll begin with the students in the Master of Science in Finance and Economics program. And they'll be hooded by Professor Bruce Hanson. And then after that, we'll then proceed with the students in the Master of Science Graduate Foundation program. That's our main program in the department. For hooding by Professor Chris Tabor, who's the director of the program, and Laura Schechter, the associate director of the program.
And now, the MSFE program, Master of Science in Financial Economics.
Kashvi Swami. Washari Pompromte Watana.
And now, the MSEGF program, Master of Science in Economics Graduate Foundations.
Galib Al-Hashim. Zhu Yong. Mi Anjiang. Heinrich Yang. Bai Zongshang. Wang Jingzhi. 李嘉义、王梦洁、葛宇、张怡明、Julian Wei、田成润、曲哲丹、孙俊凯、柯黎、李英杰、Ibrahim Arshad、徐一凡、张浩成、陈希德、韩林熙、谢峰、彭新苗、清志宁、Adam Elman、JW Cho、 刘杰廷、易肖成、金钱汉、庄硕玉、钱桑榆、郭润明、郑天怡、冉思睿、余科、韦雨熙、向江怡、郭慧、钟以能、平继凡、张婉婷、匡文怡、姚在然、简生尧、施尚杰、 魏文丽、王艺玲、苏美亚易明江、廖思佳、
Yo-Yo-You.
Okay, please join me in a round of applause for our master's graduates. I think height was a admission criteria for that group. It's now my honor to certify the candidates for undergraduate degrees. And we're going to move on to candidates with a major in economics and an economics with the math emphasis, although you won't be able to distinguish them. I'll be presenting you with a graduation letter with the assistance of the Director of Undergraduate Studies, Professor Dan Quint. So, so line up there and we'll take it from there. So you'll see a blue mark across there. That's where you got to stand, and I'm right beside you. Okay.
Ignacio Sota.
Madison Hadley.
Nadina Casioka.
Shay Finkel.
Alexander James.
Jolene Kepke.
Clayton Garens.
Joel Lopez.
Joshua Huck.
Tanish Opakrai.
Austin Chase.
Dylan Kraft.
Brady Absit.
Cameron Youngworth.
Sanjay Matar.
Vince Langlois.
Ashton Basti.
Kelvin May.
David Martinez Lopez.
Ali Humberg.
Brooks May Moyer.
Zhu Haran.
Ling Chen.
Yonglin Hugh.
Dexter Frank.
Jackson Kamen.
Benji Ise.
Emily Jimenez.
Nick Barry.
Tarun Datai.
Hao Zhangwang.
Dev Dapayan Chatterjee.
Samuel Bogdanovsky.
Clayton Wiam.
Michelle Bandeara.
Zihan Wang.
Wei Yangxue.
Rulin Gun.
Ethan Sefkar.
Alexander Adam.
Harrison Phillips.
Lily Farber.
Margaret Hoffman.
Zixiang Zhao.
Yusen Zhao.
Dave Sun.
Adam Reese.
Robert Whitman.
Holly Fletcher.
Charles Zembrenin.
Aaron Matthew.
Kush Munshi.
Abai Matu.
Trids Lilasitorn.
Rochelle Lang.
Brenda Mera.
Daphne Kousakos.
Yaxing Hung.
Abigail McHugh. Emily Barclay.
سيرين عامر الحبسية.
Matt Peters.
Spencer Bergeron.
Rishav Roy.
Connor Gracielny.
Amber Semler.
Emily Lawrence.
Jake Bader.
Cyver Gulbranson.
Krishnamurti.
Jillian Diamond.
Tess Diamond.
Amanda Spillane.
Lance McCoy.
Wenyu Shi.
Rithwik Saeed Narayan.
Wyatt Brocious.
Spencer Chung.
Mir Ramisa Rayan Rose.
Sarah Kippis.
Mia Chen.
Andrew Bryan.
Mei Liu.
Jasmine Peck.
Hannah Sutton.
Sierra Bray.
Sophia Ung.
Claire Wisniewski.
Emma Weishar.
Katie Palmer.
Addison Gitz.
Darwish Rahim.
Muhammad Rafiq Zulfelki.
Nadine Muhammad Ali.
Anise Azlan.
Yang Hu.
Zhang Yun Fan.
Chen Yiha.
Chen Sisa.
Tara Benham.
Caden Berger.
Voss Schwitter.
Matthew Tell.
Ethan Kessler.
Sarah Sherwood.
Ariella Cohen.
Ava Middleton.
Thompson Blade.
Luca Crimmy.
Srikar Buvan.
Jia Shin Guan.
Michelle Rajaram.
Muhao Lee.
Samuel Caswell.
Rachel Nefesh.
Austin Kuo.
Chen Guo.
Melanie Bustos.
Jacqueline Raleigh.
Vittoria Antorino.
Ty Javier.
Joshua Rose.
Nolan Pierre.
Harris Milner.
Alexander Goff.
Amitabh Shadal.
Simran Agarwal.
Marion Janiski.
Ziegler.
Hunter Bushke.
Abigail Garvey.
Taylor Malone.
Arav Agrawal.
Sahithi Chitkula.
Luke Saruma.
Colin Piroth.
Jay Lee.
You Shuyu.
Chechen Lee.
Lindsay Bull.
Francesca Dowd.
Nicholas Trebuzio.
Jordan Radical.
Jihao Wu.
Win.
Abigail Behailu.
Philip Jakobson.
Tanish Shekhar.
Parker Kim.
Ryan Hartung.
Shane Flanagan.
Maxwell Baker.
Jack Saul.
Nathan Elias.
Oliver London.
Ava Shamway.
Nicole Po Kai Ning.
Molly McCormack.
Ian Bowman.
Jacob Gillum.
Hunter Hess.
Marana Zhang.
Siying Lu.
Ella Duel.
Angela Navas.
Peyton Harless.
Ethan Yang.
Richard Zarling.
Alexander Skolnick.
Mark Schmitz.
Jansen Osoy.
Calvin Lutton.
Sutton Kreitzfeld.
Lei Tang.
Sha Yang Lin.
Rohan Pottery.
Andrina Audrey.
Carson Bebel.
Joseph Schuler.
Morgan Woods.
Ellie Cooper.
Sydney Urban.
Alexis Rush.
Trista Anderson.
Apurva V. Ayalor.
Britta Doham.
Keegan Messner.
C. Chen.
Garrett Hill.
Caden Cook.
Johnny Smith Deal.
Luke Velich Sinzal.
George Akawi.
David Green.
Arushi Jen.
Bial Karani.
Suhani Singh.
Jayaditya Kamisra.
Rihan Metha.
Ryan Jameson.
Christopher Cosgrove.
Hasadi Pampere.
Anne-Marie Clements.
Peyton Giger.
James Aho.
Celestino Harris.
Anna Farrell.
Allison Ames.
Caroline Severino.
Alexander Gittens.
Aditya Merotra.
Peter Ranchero.
Ethan Rosenberg.
Ryan Osen.
Vivian Chan.
Charles Parent.
Walker Ruckman.
Charles Struess.
Ramon Perez.
Wendy Chen.
Chengxi Liu.
Cameron Lenz.
David Rashid.
William Matson.
Elijah Schmidt.
Lucas Billadou.
Gracie Sundell.
Cassidy Fish.
Alexandria Kramer.
Lauren Blake.
Xian Lin.
Xianyu Chen.
Zhou Honghui.
Jacob Pierazzolo.
Dorsa Radvarganze.
Lauren Weber.
Grady Mullock.
Aaron Trapp.
Doki Gong.
Zhochi Zhang.
Michael Hullen.
Yojin Kim.
Katarina Seeger.
Tristan Wijaja.
Andrew Cook.
Matthew Hall.
Jack Bailey.
Dane Kemple.
John Crawley.
Sean Kramer.
Bradley Orcutt.
Yuan Gao. Thank you. Tatiana Sanchez Mora. Erica Henderson. Mariam Al-Jarudi. Lily Hamacher. Thank you.
Students, you can all put your tassel to the left. You all beat me to the punch here, but family and friends, faculty and staff, honored guests, I present to you the 2026 graduating class of the Department of Economics at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you for a prosperous and successful future. In addition to earning the degrees conferred upon you today, each of you have earned the right to be associated with a very special group of individuals. You can call yourselves the alumni of the Department of Economics at the University of Madison, Wisconsin. And that's a very special group, right, Troy? At the same time, basically, I wish you all the very best as you depart into your new lives as graduates. But at the same time, we hope this is not goodbye, but that you will remain connected with the department and come back to visit us. And before we end this ceremony, I have some thanks to give. I'd like to thank all our generous alumni and supporters for their donations throughout the year, which go to support this wonderful event. It would not be possible to put this on without their support. I would also like to thank our remarkable economics staff for organizing this event and making it go off without a hitch. This is a real team effort, but I want to give special thanks to the amazing Tara Ninman, who has done the bulk of the organization. Let's all give them a round of applause. Now we close with a little song that we've all come to love. It's called Varsity. And for those who are not familiar with the song, the words are in your program. Our faculty and staff have many strengths, but unfortunately singing is not one of them. So we've asked the Tangled Up in Blue, a cappella group on campus, to lead us in singing. So as they come... And as they make their way to the podium, please stand. Okay, and for those of you who've never sung this song or seen it sung, this is a kumbaya moment. And the students and my faculty will demonstrate how it needs to be sung.
All righty. Well, thank you all so much for coming. If you could please remain seated until our faculty make it off the stage. After our faculty exit, please join us for our reception in the rooms across the hallway and out to the left. Also, we'd really appreciate it if you could clean up the space around you before you leave. Thank you all so much.
Party time.